Hello there, my friends. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to My Followers Told Me What to Eat in a Week. I have not planned for this whatsoever. I have already done some running around this morning. I had to get up fairly early and leave the house. I have currently drank some AG1, and then I stopped in to A&W and got myself a coffee with a little bit of oat milk. A&W is probably one of the only to-go coffees that I actually enjoy from a fast food place. Cheers to them. They're actually organic coffee too, which is amazing. So, you guys sent me so many food requests. I could swipe for years. I have to look through everything. I have to figure out what the heck I'm making today, and then we're gonna run to the grocery store and figure. While I'm doing so, I'm gonna munch on some nuts that I packed with a piece of dark chocolate. I high-key had to go in and change because it went from freezing cold to boiling hot, 1,000,000 degrees in about 15 minutes of me sitting here. And also the coffee made me have to poop, so. Citrus. I am so freaking hungry and so freaking cold. You put on your summer clothes and then you go into the grocery store and you regret everything because the grocery store is always like 1,000,000 degrees colder than outside. I felt like I was in Antarctica. I'm eating a protein bar because I could not wait to go home and make breakfast. It's just after 9 o'clock and I usually eat breakfast around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We got one more grocery store to go to. Because I know I won't go in the middle of the week. Smooth. So, as you guys can see, I've got a lot of stuff here. I'm not gonna run through it all simply because it's gonna take me forever to do so. So what I'm going to do is just lay it out on the counter and do a little overview so that way you can check out everything that I got today. I obviously have some ingredients for the recipes already in house, so just take that with a grain of salt, I guess. But let's get into breakfast as well. After the busy, hot, crazy morning that I had, I just needed something nutritious, delicious, and refreshing for breakfast, and I had a chocolate mint smoothie suggested to me, so that's exactly what we're making here. I decided to use fresh mint instead of a mint extract, and I don't know if I'd do that again, but you live and you learn. Here's the lid. Oh my gosh, it's right here in front of my face. As you saw, I threw 1,000,000 ingredients in this smoothie, so I will write it down in the description box for you. The only problem with adding spinach into chocolate smoothies is it looks like diarrhea. His color is so unappetizing, but it tastes delicious. Spicy tuna sushi hand rolls. Yes to the please for this one. I was so down for this recipe. Thank you for suggesting it. So I got half of a can of chickpeas in here along with vegan mayo, soy sauce, rice vinegar, toasted sesame oil, garlic powder. We're gonna throw some ginger powder in here as well. And of course, some damn sriracha to spice things up. You know how your girl loves to spice things up. And now we're gonna chop up some cucumber and of course some cilantro as well. Obviously cilantro is optional. I know there's some weird soap people out there. Don't worry, you're not actually weird. I'm just making fun of you for no reason. But for me, I love cilantro, so I went for it. Sprinkled some sesame seeds on there as well, and then I realized that I should try it with some rice, you know, bulk up the hand roll a little bit. So threw some rice on there, along with our chickpea mixture, rolled that all on up, and let's try it without the rice. Fix this angle here. Pretty freaking good with the rice. It's the same thing, but with rice. Ooh, I know what this needs. I don't know about you, but I love sushi ginger.
For the sake of time, just give me your eye. I've been thinking about good times.
Wow! Oh my gosh, that's so perfect! Yes! 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 When you have a watermelon in the house, there's absolutely no way you can't just chop it up right away and see what's inside, because the anticipation, for me anyways, just kills me and I need to know. Anyways, for dinner tonight, I had someone suggest nachos. So I thought, might as well make it a little bit more fun and exciting and make some quote-unquote vegan chicken with crumbled up tofu, well, sort of ripped up tofu, I want to call it. Covered it in some chickpea flour and some cornstarch, and then threw it into a pan with a bunch of oil and roasted that in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. While that was cooking, I chopped up all of the veggies for the nachos, because we have to have lots of veggies on our nachos. That's just the way I like to do things. I'm not just a cheese girl over here. I need the substance. I need the stuff. So I got red onion, red pepper, tomato, some corn on the cob that I had hanging out in the fridge, and of course, some pickled jalapenos, because that's just the way we do things around here. I layered my chips, my veggies, my Daiya cheese, and my quote-unquote vegan chicken, and popped her back in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes to let the cheese melt and get all delicious, and cook the veggies as well. I didn't have any salsa in the house because I absolutely love salsa, but salsa doesn't love me, if you know what I mean. So I just had some leftover cashew cream for some sour cream and drizzled it with lime. Good morning. I have went through so many of my matcha tins because I am addicted to matcha and I have no regrets. I did not have a drink suggestion for this morning because I wanted to save my drink suggestions for when my friend Veronica came over to make our mornings a little bit more exciting and fun. So I just had a matcha along with some chaga mushroom and some ashwagandha as well. This would have been so gross if I forgot to put maple syrup in it.
When it's done, everything is hot. Everything.
So there was a reason I bought this watermelon, and it's to make a watermelon feta salad. I didn't follow the quote-unquote recipe that Denny Chelot, if I'm saying that right. I have no idea. I'm so sorry if I say anyone's name wrong. It's not with intention. But for my watermelon salad, I got obviously watermelon, vegan feta, avocado, fresh basil, black pepper, chipotle pepper, a little bit of salt, and some lime juice. We had to make it a little bit spicy, had to make it a little bit funky, had to make it a little bit herby, and this was phenomenal. So today, for me, was just a little bit of a stressful one, and the thought of making a full recipe that you guys sent me was just severely overwhelming. So I just made myself a quick lunch with some leftovers that was hanging out in the fridge, along with some other veggies and some kimchi, and a delicious sauce, of course. To me, cooking is not always about creating the perfect meal, although I love to do that. It's about creativity and using what you have on hand to work for you. I freaking love these bags so much. I will link them down below in the description box. They're from Amazon. They're fantastic. And cooking is such an art form as well. And as humans, we are naturally creative. And to me, this is a creative practice that I love to do. However, I'm not the cleanest artist, as you guys know. And that's why I'm just so glad that Tru Earth is one of my sponsors. So thank you to Tru Earth for sponsoring today's video. It just means the world to me. If you have not heard of them, I've been using them since 2019, so it's time for you to get on top of it as well, okay? Over the years, I have told everyone about them because they are an environmentally friendly, easy to use, high quality laundry strip that just makes laundry a little bit more enjoyable with a little less worry. My mom's someone that's a little bit obsessed with clean laundry, so when I showed her and gave her some laundry strips to try, she was just so very impressed with how compact they were, how easy they were to use. She didn't have to worry about dragging a big heavy laundry jug anymore. She also loved the fact that she didn't have to worry about a laundry jug leaking all over the place, as has happened many times before. Some other upsides are the fact that the packaging is compostable, the strips fully dissolve in your washing machine so you don't have to worry about that. They actually clean dirty clothes, but they're also gentle on sensitive skin. I've been loving washing my clothes and my sheets in their new scent Lilac Breeze because it's such a calming and comforting smell that isn't overpowering like so many other laundry detergents. And I don't know about you, but I don't really like that. So if you'd like to try a new eco-friendly way to do your laundry, then click the link down in my description box and use my code Julia10 to get yourself some laundry strips, okay? I swear to you, you will not regret it. Thank you so much, Tru Earth, for sponsoring today's video. I love you long time. Hola.
Hello, hello, in front of your building.
Hello. Pass it through. What up? So many of you guys suggested to make different types of tacos, and I was all for it because tacos are the perfect summer evening dinner to me. Someone suggested to make something with jackfruit, and then someone also sent me a reel with jackfruit tacos. So jackfruit tacos it is. I will write this recipe down in the description box for you because I'm moving pretty fast here and I need you guys to try it because they were so damn delicious. I've got so many spices in here, lime juice, veggie stock, and it took quite some time to hang out, simmer, and break down the jackfruit. So while that was happening, me and Veronica went to go grab some gelato because what better way to spend a summer's night, you know? Before tacos. Puppers. Aww, they're so nice. One of the taco recipes suggested a mango salsa. I love mangoes so very much. I think they're my second favorite fruit. So we got lots of mango in here, red onion, red pepper, pickled jalapeno, cilantro, and of course lime juice and a decent amount of salt as well. We're mixing that all together, letting it marinate for 10 minutes or so as everything else was finishing up. I threw our tortillas in the oven to warm up and crisp up. Put them in for a little bit too long, if I do say so myself, but hey, you live and you learn, and that's okay. We piled our tacos with our jackfruit, our mango salsa, some cilantro, some radish, and just freaking enjoyed. To me, spending time with your friends, eating food that is absolutely delicious, cooking with them and laughing with them and just sharing experiences is so, so very important. I tend to self-isolate myself a lot of the time, and that is not something I'm very proud of. I am currently working on creating connections and having people in my life that really, really mean the world to me. Knowing that I set time aside for my self-healing, knowing that I set time aside to go after my goals, but also not just spending my entire life going after my goals and self-healing. Because, my friends, healing is in community as well. So like I said before, we have some fun drinks coming and a blackberry lemonade matcha. Yes, please, what a beautiful way to start a summer's day, you know? I feel like I've said summer a jillion times in this video already, but I love the summer. I love the heat. I need the heat to survive. I muddled up some blackberries. I threw them in with some ice, and then with the lemonade that I made, I will link that lemonade recipe down in the description box because I actually saw it on a reel and it was fantastic. You basically make a lemonade concentrate and then add water to it to mellow it out, but it is perfect. Once I got the blackberry and the lemonade all layered, I then layered my matcha on top as well. Gave everything a little stirry stir. The color isn't very appetizing, but just trust me, it was delicious. So I had a few suggestions for banana bread, and of course I had to go for it. I love banana bread. I love eating sweets and baked goods, but I don't love making them. I find it super time consuming, kind of annoying, and it never really turns out as good as if I just walked to a bakery and got something from them that they know, because they know what they're doing. I don't know. I'm a cook, not a baker. I could honestly just live on my dark chocolate as my quote unquote dessert for the rest of my life, and I would probably be pretty content with that. But I love when you guys suggest things because it gets me outside of my comfort zone, makes me try new things, and that's really exciting to me. I will link this recipe down below, although I don't know if you're going to want to follow it because you'll see why in a second. And just FYI, if you see a banana bread recipe with no walnuts and no chocolate chips in it, don't trust it. Yeah, no, it's still raw.
Put that bitch in.
Shoot. Aww.
Just put it lower. We'll do it for another like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do it at 325. Just
Well, that's depressing. I cooked it for the proper amount of time and even let it cool for about 25 minutes before I tried to get it out of the tin, and it still was not ready. In the meantime, well, it was back in the oven. We were starving at this point, so I made us some protein coconut yogurt with some berries and some hemp seeds just to kind of hold us over until we basically ate half of this banana bread in one sitting. Yeah, it's... what the hell? Like, what do you have to cook this thing for, like 3 hours? Jesus. Guys, we got lattes! Oh my god! Oh my god, look at that! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow, lattes! Woo! 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 Lattes! Lisa suggested I try a green goddess pasta sauce, and I was all for it. So I got lots of spinach, medium tofu, basil, lots of spices, nutritional yeast, white balsamic vinegar, all of the good things inside. That's probably good. All right, let's blend her up, guys.
It's a pecan.
Pecan.
What the fuck is a pecan?
Pecan.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pee in a can. Bring your
I'm gonna have to, oh my god, I'm gonna have to pee in a can when I go camping.
It's nothing new. You've done
Just
it
like
before.
some
You had a
spaghetti
pea cup-
sauce.
You had a pea cup in your fucking car before.
Don't call me out! Stop! Don't call me out like that! Then you just like hike your pants down, shove the cup up
Right
in your
up.
vag.
Up in your, shove the whole cup in there.
No, like cup it around so that way you don't spill. But you have to like keep an eye on it so you don't overflow.
How much pee do you produce?
Yo, when you really gotta
That's true. That's
so much that I have to have a pea
If
cup.
it's that desperate, your pea cup's overflowing. Make sure you get only large coffees if you're gonna resort to doing the cup because it will not fit. Pro tip. Not the Tim's cup. I like salt. I would add more salt. I
Yeah?
think it's just not salty enough.
Okay. Just a little.
It's better with the pasta. The pasta is salty.
Yeah? So you think it's good
Add
then?
more garlic to it.
Yeah?
How much should you add?
A teaspoon of garlic powder?
I do a little more. I'm a
Okay.
big garlic fan though.
Okay.
The pasta's pretty much done.
Oh, I forgot to add avocado to it. I feel like I could have maybe watered this down a touch, but whatever. Banger. After I got this so vibrantly green, beautiful sauce mixed in with our brown rice pasta, I served her up and I topped mine off with a little bit more chili flakes, some pepper, just to add a little color and a little pop on top of it, and took a little bit of taste testing along the way, but it ended up being delicious and so nourishing. I don't technically have a dinner planned out for this evening because we had a lot of leftovers, and by the time we got home hanging out with friends and stuff, we just snacked on a bunch of leftovers and I didn't bother recording it. Sorry, my friends. I had someone send me this matcha reel. However, the recipe used strawberries and I swapped that for mangoes. I love strawberries, but strawberries unfortunately don't love me back, so I tend not to eat them very often and or at all. I don't think I've had a strawberry in like 2 or 3 years. Ah!
That's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. There's nothing really special about it. It's not bad. It's not good. It's like, it's not fantastic, but it's not bad. I feel like it probably would have been way better with strawberries. I'm just saying. I wouldn't suggest doing it with mangoes because it was just kind of bland. But we have an exciting breakfast today with chocolate pancakes. Yeah. I don't really make pancakes all too often because I've kind of put that into the realm of baking and they never turn out as good as I hope for them to be. For this recipe, I added a chunk of chocolate into the middle of the pancakes to, you know, spice things up. Because these pancakes are chocolate, I'm like, are they browned? I think it was just because I was extremely hungry on this morning, but these pancakes felt like they took forever to finish. Once they did, I got the rest of the batter into the pan, but we needed to eat, okay? So I plated up 1 pancake each, 1 for Veronica, 1 for me, along with some blackberries, blueberries, coconut yogurt, drizzled it with some maple syrup because you cannot have pancakes
Oh my god.
without maple syrup. And of course, to make it all pretty and aesthetically pleasing, a little sprinkle of powdered sugar. I usually don't do that extra step, but Veronica suggested it and I was like, okay girl, all right, let's level up these damn pancakes, you know?
It didn't do anything. No chocolate and molten lava.
Oh.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Put on my rain boots, my favorite chiffon dress. I don't care today.
After our delicious breakfast, we went to the beach, hung out there for a little while, and then when we got back, Veronica had to pack up her stuff and go, unfortunately, but I made her a little lemonade beforehand while I was making a lunch, which she unfortunately couldn't try, even though it's white lasagna.
8 of the lemon.
8 of the lemon.
Like I said, white lasagna today. A few people suggested to try lasagna, and then one person suggested to do white lasagna, and I have never made a white lasagna as a vegan before, so I was pumped to try it out. For the white pasta sauce, I got soaked cashews in here along with tofu, nutritional yeast, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, white balsamic vinegar, and watered it down with some water. And I just blended it in my food processor because I find my food processor a little bit easier to clean than my blender. But it does take a little bit longer to blend things into a nice creamy sauce. So don't give up on it, okay? Don't give up on yourself and have a grainy sauce. Just see it out, okay, my friends? You deserve better than a grainy sauce. After I had everything ready, I layered my lasagna with my sauce, my lasagna noodles, our fried up mushrooms and onions, spinach, basil, some Daya cheese, and just kept on layering until I filled up my tray. Cooked it for about 45 minutes, let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then served up a big chunk of it.
So long to you, thought I knew you. Guess I didn't have your.
As soon as someone sent me this recipe, I was like, yes, thank you for the motivation to try this because I have been wanting to try this forever. And here I am. And this recipe was actually what inspired me to do the quote unquote vegan chicken for the nachos on day one because I legitimately just could not wait to try that portion out. So we did the same thing with the tofu, threw it into the oven until it was nice and browned, and then we fried up our onions, garlic, and our ginger, added a bunch of spices to it. I will write all of the spices down in the description box because it is a list full, okay? Added some tomato paste along with some coconut milk, stirred everything together, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes to really allow the flavors to integrate and become one delicious sauce. I threw the quote-unquote vegan chicken into the sauce and then served it up with rice, sesame seeds, and some green onions. Does anyone else love lemon meringue and key lime pie? Because even as a little kid, they were my favorite pies. Anyone else? I didn't like apple pie when I was a kid, which was so surprising because it's everyone's favorite. But I wasn't for it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the slimy apples. You know, I wanted a hard, crisp apple. Anyways, good morning. We'll get back to those tarts in a hot minute. Made myself a matcha lemonade, which was so aesthetically pleasing, if I do say myself. If I'd say so myself. For breakfast today, I had this recipe in my mind since the beginning of the week, and I could not wait to have it because it is just such a simple one, yet delicious and nourishing. So thank you, Vegan Sarah E, if that's what your tag is supposed to say. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. We got sweet potato, avocado, black beans, pickled onions, cilantro, and of course, I gave it a good sprinkle of salt and some chili oil as well. After that, it's a hot summer's day, you know? Girl needs watermelon. She needs the watermelon. This recipe had me on edge the entire week because it was just so weird that I had to try it. We got chopped up apples, cinnamon, sugar, cornstarch, lemon juice, all mixed together. And then we're going to roll it up in rice paper wraps and create apple pie dumplings. Once I got the apples into the rice paper wraps, all rolled up and into the frying pan in some coconut oil, I let them get pretty crispy on either side and then serve them up with a coconut yogurt mixed in with some maple syrup to kind of sweeten things up. Gave a little sprinkle of some more cinnamon, and
Way better than I thought. Not gonna lie. I was very skeptical.
Staring out the window.
so your girl was not about to buy burger buns for one burger, so I had these leftover pita wrap thingamajiggers left in my freezer from, I think, the last time I made one of these videos. I decided to make little falafel-sized burgers to put on my pita. Again, you just gotta be a little creative in the kitchen and use what you have on hand instead of spending more money on things that you're not gonna fully use up anyways. I layered my little black bean patties on some vegan feta, drizzled them with some sriracha because I love spice. We got some red onion, some cucumber, some radish, some barbecue sauce, and I wish I had some green lettuce to throw on there, but good way to use up those wraps that I've had sitting in the freezer for months now. You saw when I had the burgers cooking, I threw the coconut lime mixture onto the stove to let some of the liquids evaporate. I accidentally bought, well, it said coconut cream, and I thought it was going to be a lot thicker than what it actually was. That was my mistake, but we improvised. We figured it out. We got it onto the stove. It ended up being a really elasticy texture, which was not the plan. I guess that's just what happens when you heat cornstarch and arrowroot powder up on the stove along with other things. I let them settle in the fridge for a couple days before I actually dived into them, but after I did, oh, they were so delicious, and I don't recommend trying the exact recipe that I did because it was not a smooth sailing recipe, but try something out, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for everyone sending me recipe ideas. I find it so exciting and so fun and such a beautiful way to connect with you all and get myself out of my comfort zone. And now it's time to go get yourself out of your own comfort zone. Go get creative in the kitchen because food is not your enemy, my friend. It is here to enhance your life, make your life better, make your life exciting and enjoyable. Remember, you are never alone on your journey. I'm sending everyone so much love, and I will see you again so very soon.